Tesla has been making a lot of adjustments to their pricing on Model S, Model X, Model 3, and it's been up and down. This week they've made price adjustments in China, and I'm not really sure it's a good thing or a bad thing. Let me tell you about it, and actually, I'm wondering to see what you guys think, but it could be taking either way. Let me tell you about it coming up next.
Taking over the world, electrifying the world, E4 Electric!
Welcome to E4 Electric, your number one source of unbiased electric car news. If this is your first time here, go ahead and click on that subscribe button down there so you don't miss anything moving forward. And of course, happy Thanksgiving to you guys if you celebrate. This is a kind of a holiday here in the United States and some other countries. Let me know if you celebrate in the comment section. But either way, I just made a video about everything that I'm thankful for this year, and I will post it in a few hours. So definitely go ahead and subscribe so you don't miss that one. But let's talk about this, the news that are coming down this week. Tesla is slashing prices in China, and I know they've had the different ups and downs here in just general pricing, especially for the Model 3. But this is basically to balance out the tariffs that are really, really brutal right now on the manufacturers that are importing cars into China. So just as a history, the import, for Tesla to import cars into China would be 25% before our president Donald Trump here started kind of what they call it a tariff war, right? And at first it was helping because they lowered it to 15%, but then I guess as they weren't getting along, they raised it all the way to 40. Now, the tariff for cars coming into the United States that excludes pickup trucks. Pickup trucks are also have huge tariffs here, but the regular cars, the tariff is only 2.5%. So essentially, it was 10 times less than China was charging U.S. and other manufacturers. And as a matter of fact, Elon went back and forth on Twitter, encouraging Donald Trump to kind of equal it out. And I'm with Elon and Trump on this one. Actually, I'm kind of weird to say that, but yeah, it is kind of unfair. And I know there's a lot of other things involved, and I don't know not only economically but politically. But as far as just the car manufacturing and sales are concerned, doesn't seem to be fair. And Elon tweeted here saying that basically doing business there, it's like competing in an Olympic race wearing lead shoes. And indeed, the leading manufacturers that sell electric cars, including plug-in hybrids in China, are Chinese manufacturers like BYD and Bike. They are always number one and number two in electric car sales in China. They do not export those cars to the US, though BYD does make buses that they import here in the United States. There are a bunch of them just got rejected, I believe, by Albuquerque, the city of Albuquerque, that bought a bunch of them. And apparently the range was promised and some of the other problems, so they ended up sending them back. But I digress. Tesla's done really, really good in China, billions of dollars in sales. One of the major markets, obviously, for electric cars, and therefore Tesla. But it looks like it's catching up. The 40% tariff is catching up to them because, even the Model 3 right now, I believe, starts at almost $100,000 there. Well, maybe not that much. I think it was 80 something, but that's kind of outrageous. So, but they're slashing the prices. They're slashing it by anywhere from 12 to 26%. And yes, the Shanghai factory, obviously a great move. I know Tesla kind of outweighed the competition, and they're only about a year or two away from finally making cars there, which means they will pay no tariffs. But for now, this is why this is concerning. And before I tell you that, of course, just want to remind you that this show and this channel is sponsored by Evanex, the aftermarket accessories for Tesla, no matter where you drive it, China, wherever. They'll ship it anywhere. And there's a discount code in the description of this video. And of course, the Black Friday sales already started, so check them out. Some of these accessories make really good gifts, and I just made a video about that, top 5 gifts for the Model 3 owners. So that's in my library as well. All right, so is this a good news or a bad news? Now, first of all, I think the good news is that they were able to sell these cars they're already not cheap cars, right? Teslas. And the fact that they were selling at a 40% markup is a lot. And don't forget, they were selling it at the, whatever regular 25% markup they had. Then they lowered it, right? Because at some point the tariffs went to 15%, and then they had to raise it up. And they're still selling them, but I'm assuming that this is finally catching up to them. Obviously, companies like Neo and just like I mentioned, Biotti and Bike are pumping out their all electric cars there, and they're much, much, much cheaper. Maybe not as good, but obviously good enough to for people to say, well, I don't want to spend triple of that for maybe not as many features that I really need. So this can signal some trouble for Tesla because they're saying that they're doing it at their own expense, which means that they will be cutting down their profit margins. And they're trying to stay profitable. It's very important for them to stay profitable in Q4. Probably Model 3 will still drive those profits and they will be fine. But this can really cut into that because, just like I said, they sell a lot of them in China. So this could be a signal to another issue of obviously having, and this is a smaller issue, but having the tax credit being phased out here in the United States. Not obviously not by as much as this tariff is forcing them to cut down their prices, but still this could be trouble. Let me know what you think in a comment section. I'm actually quite interested in knowing that. But before that, I know I'm making a separate video about what I'm thankful for as far as the electric car universe is concerned in the last year. But of course, I just want to say thank you to all of my Patreons who've supported my show and contributed to me, being able to do this as a full-time job. Patreon.com/E4Electric is where you can support me. So thank you so much, guys. I really appreciate it. Other than that, I will see you guys next time. And remember, well, happy Thanksgiving, but also remember to stay charged.